Wave is planning to roll out its fleet of autonomous taxis on London's roads within the next few months. Ahead of this, the London Assembly Transport Committee is investigating whether London is actually ready for this fleet of private hire vehicles. We're here at the Wave headquarters in Islington today with the London Assembly Transport Committee to see them ride in a car and question them about their views on the rollout.
I think the most exciting thing was seeing how the car behaved driving behind a cyclist. In a minicab, someone might well have actually tried to overtake that cyclist, but actually the vehicle was hanging back and leaving the cyclist safe to just cycle on ahead of us and no attempt to overtake it. I think there are huge possibilities with the technology that makes sure that people obey speed limits and that they don't drive too close to a cyclist, that they look out for pedestrians wanting to cross the roads. That's absolutely great. But I think we also need to think about the model of how they're actually rolling this out. I think the autonomous passenger vehicle, which is like a replacement for Uber and private hire drivers, has huge issues with potential job losses, but also potential masses more congestion on our streets. We should be thinking, is there a model of like a minibus type service in outer London that provides more public transport options where people are living in transport deserts, and where people are really forced to use a car to make their basic journeys. So absolutely thinking about different ways of using this and making sure that lorries are using it, buses are using it. That's where potentially we could get some real safety benefits. I've got lots of questions about security, about safeguarding for the passenger model. And I think there's a huge amount of questions to be asked. I don't think we should rush into anything headlong. The most important thing is that TfL and the regulators are and the DFT are really thinking about public purpose, about how we what types of vehicles we enable to run on our roads.
What does that look like for jobs in the future? Obviously, I've got lots of minicab drivers who operate and live in areas such as mine, and they'll be looking at this technology and wondering what the future is for them. The questions that we've been asking about so far suggest that this is going to be a very iterative, small step by small step process, but I'll be looking for those reassurances as part of this investigation. The balance is obviously with those other people who also live and contribute to our communities in outer London, is making sure that they've got jobs to feed their families and ensure they've got bright futures ahead of them as well. So we've got to make sure that balance is in place. We've got to make sure that safety is absolutely key and the critical foundation that any of this is built on as well.